Okay, here is part one of a 3-week series entitled I Should. This week, I'm going to be sharing how this plays out in my parenting. This idea of thinking without guilt, making decisions without fear and guilt, but rather with a sense of freedom and gratitude and exploration. Before we go any further, I do want to share a book that has been tremendously helpful in my life and in the life of my family. It's dry as dirt and really boring and quite painful to read. It's called Neurosis and Human Growth, and it's by Dr. Karen Horney, and it has given a clarity to my behavioral patterns, my thought patterns, my faith, my motivations, like nothing else has. So if you are interested in picking it up, this is where I'm getting this idea. In the book, they discuss this idea of shoulds. It's a personal legal system by which we make our decisions and think our thoughts, and they're rooted in fear and guilt, and they're just cruel. And the opposite of this thinking of I should would be something more in the lines of I could do this, or I might try that. And it's with an air of freedom and creativity and exploration. And that is how my parenting has changed. So let me give you examples of what my personal shoulds are in parenting. This is totally off the hip, but I should have children who are happy all the time. I should have children who like me all the time. My children should help with the housework all the time, or my children shouldn't help with the housework at all. My children should like what I feed them. My children should eat what they like. My children should learn a second language because that would make them more of a world citizen. My children should learn a classical instrument, even if they don't like instruments, because that's what smart people do. My children should like each other. I should be able to give my children whatever they want without limits. Or I should have to say no to my children so that they understand limits. My children should be creative, smart. They should read by a certain age. They should love reading. They should read this many books. They should love sports, but not too much. Are you getting the idea? And as you're hearing this list, maybe you even feel the response in your body. It's suffocating. None of those things I listed are necessarily bad or good, but what's driving them? What's driving them for me is fear. These things have to happen so that I look a certain way, my children look a certain way, and we achieve a particular imagined outcome. And so I would do crazy things that push and force those outcomes out of fear. What if they don't happen? What if people really knew? What if my kid doesn't read till 7? True story. What if my kid doesn't like my other kid? Also true story. Okay. Walk through the fear. And so what this has done for me, these shoulds, is it's helping me see my fears and how I can bury my children under them and force them to be something that they may not be. And what I'm learning is, 1, how to recognize the fear, and 2, how to change my thinking from, all right, my kids need to do this should happen, to, okay, we could try that. Case in point, baseball. We can try baseball. They may like it, they may not. They may have a great time, they may have a terrible time. I don't know, but we're just going to try it. and assess as we go, and then make a decision from there. And so, what this series, I hope, gets across is that we can make decisions out of fear, or we can make decisions out of freedom. Decisions out of fear are forced, and decisions out of freedom are flowy and flexible. This is scary in parenting because I really like structure and I like knowing what the outcome's going to be. And this does not provide that, but it provides something greater. It provides a chance for me to be trustworthy with my kids, a chance for my kids to discover who they are, not just who I want them to be. It's giving us all in our family this circulating gratitude and freedom to explore and try things and know that we're doing the best we can, and we want to do things in freedom and in faith and not out of fear. So I hope some of this is helpful as we go forward in this series. Next week I'll talk about how shoulds pervade my personal life. And if you have any questions or comments this week, I think we would all benefit from them. Okay, thanks. Bye.